So this coming Sunday is Father's Day.
That it is.
So I thought we would celebrate it by picking our favorite pop culture fathers.
Oh, you mean like this?
But look at it. Doesn't it pop?
And no, not those kind of fathers. More like the ones that have kids.
Oh, like this.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, that is definitely not the one we're going with.
That's what I'm talking about. No.
So we're not going to get it right today. So in the meantime, pop culture fathers.
Right after this. Whiskey Pop. I'm an official expert, Zane.
And I'm Jeff, and we're not experts.
What are we going to talk about today,
So today
Jeff?
we're going to talk about pop culture daddies.
Mi padre.
Well, you know, I mean, there's those fathers in pop culture that kind of stand out more than some others. You know?
Sure, the good, loving fathers like Michael Landon's roles and everything he's ever been in.
I mean, do you name any other father that cried that much?
Oh, stop.
I think every episode Michael Landon cried in it.
Oh, Paul.
But I think before we go any further on this conversation, we have to have a little bit of whiskey.
We are having whiskey. And tell us, what whiskey are we having today?
We are having Calumet Farms. So this is one that's recently come in our area again as well, right?
And this seems to be a theme that's happening.
It does.
Is our area just doesn't have anything? What?
You know, I heard a rumor this week that we only have like one distributor in our state.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
That's fucked up.
Come on, Joey, we're fucked up.
That's fucked up. So Calumet Farms is a small batch.
Yeah.
So they say the special thing about this is it's blended with blended whiskey.
Okay.
14-year barrels and 8-year barrels.
It's blended with blended whiskey, so it's like it's, redundant.
It's blended. So I think this should be pretty good, right?
Yeah. Let's try it out.
Let's crack it open and try it.
All right.
You ready to do this?
I am ready.
Oh, let's go. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a wood note right off the bat.
Yeah, the wood note's pretty strong. Now, I'm not surprised this being an 8-year and a 14-year barrels.
Yeah.
What's going on this?
I do it.
That's interesting. If you want to know what's interesting about it, be sure to check us out on
Second pour on Friday.
where we'll tell you more about this and what we think about it.
Because on second pour, we're definitely experts.
We are not experts. You gotta quit telling people that. They're gonna expect something.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna talk about our favorite fathers.
That's right. You know, it's funny, when we first started talking about this, we were like, okay, so we're picking all the good ones and the nice ones and and then we realized those guys are boring. It's really the ones that are kind of jacked up and busted are the ones that are really interesting.
Yeah, that's for sure. Which, I mean, you really start thinking about it, they're the ones that leave the most impressions on what you're...
They do, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, that leads to number 10 in our little short list.
Number 10 would be Homer Simpson.
Don't! Lisa, no! Your hands are too weak.
That swarm of nerds is gonna kill him.
I mean, let's face it, Homer is not necessarily the best father in the whole wide world.
You have to give it to this. At least Homer's dedicated. He's not the smartest one.
No, but
at least he's dedicated to his family. Now, except for that boy who he always seems to be trying to kill.
Well, and there's good reason for that.
Bart kind of asked for it, didn't he? Number 9. Now, this one right here, we would be dumbasses not to choose this one as our next one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Red Foreman.
I want to be buried face down so that anyone who doesn't like me can kiss my ass. You dumbass. Jedi dumbass. Ah, there's the dumbass. Sleep tight, And don't let the bedbugs put their foot in your ass.
I mean, think about it. So Red Foreman, I think, honestly, is probably every father I knew growing up.
Oh, yeah.
The kind of no nonsense, no bullshit.
Yeah.
When are the kids gonna grow up and move out of my house?
Right.
I always felt like Red's just waiting for his kids to leave.
But the funny part is that whether you've been that father,
You've known a father.
You know a guy.
Yeah, we all
that
know.
was that dude.
We all know that dude.
We do.
And that's what made Red Foreman just an obvious choice.
Yeah, for sure.
So number 8.
Now, this makes sense.
It does and it doesn't, but I mean, I get it. I mean, but who would we be picking here?
So this is Don Vito Corleone.
I'm
talking the Godfather.
What to do? I don't know what to do. You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. You don't even think to call me Godfather. Instead, you come into my house on the day my daughter's to be married and you ask me to do murder.
He is one of the most iconic father characters in pop culture.
I'll think about it. Is there anything more than family in any mafia?
Oh, yeah, that's what...
I mean...
You don't cross the family.
It's like...
You come to me on my daughter's wedding. You could have, sipped my whiskey, but instead you asked this favor.
Can't even do a Don Corleone.
Yeah, the point is, mine's horrible, but everybody knows what I'm doing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing is, like, for him, everything was family.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to keep them from everybody killing each other and the family war is going on.
That's right.
And you gotta give him, this is the guy that if somebody chew on the playground,
Yeah.
they won't ever fuck you again.
Yeah.
Because you won't be there anymore.
Yeah. Now, I mean,
You'll be dead.
It takes that fatherly role to an extreme, but
way far.
Which leads us to number 7.
Mr. Incredible.
Under my hood, we meet again. Fine, because you don't ask any hard questions. All over Dusseldorf. Closing! You have powers! Yeah! Solid.
He's been trying to do the normal thing. It just doesn't work.
Does not.
And so instead, he tries to secretly become a superhero again and then inadvertently turns his entire family into superheroes. And so, I don't know. It's a really nice story. And who wouldn't want Mr. Incredible as their dad?
And again, how would you deal with that as a family unit?
It'd be rough. It would be rough.
Yeah,
I mean, you're in a secret identity. You don't want anybody to know your superpowers. It almost feels like it should just be better to come out on something like that.
Yeah, probably so.
Now, number 6.
Yes.
We want to talk about broke down and busted fathers.
Yeah, this is what you call a dysfunctional family.
All the way around dysfunctional. But we're talking about
Darth Vader.
Been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Impressive. Most impressive. No escape. Don't make me destroy you. No. I am your father.
I mean, come on, it's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I mean, he said the most important iconic line in cinema history.
It very well could be besides, here's looking at you, kid.
Yeah, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Because he says, I am your father. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's a big reveal. Suddenly, and you have this whole story arc dealing with it being.
And then you realize how broken he is. I mean, it's just like, so what that he killed an entire tribe of sand people?
So what that he murdered little children that are like, there's too many of them, what are we going to do?
I mean, then he choked his wife to death. I mean,
so what?
He's not that bad, right? He's not that bad. I mean, look how powerful he is. I mean.
Yeah, he's a pretty horrible dad.
But as far as dads go, I mean.
But he's a recognizable father.
He's one big father. So, I mean, and he does show that even as broken down and busted as he was, there's redemption for him.
Oh, for sure.
He does end up saving his son, spoiler alert, and tossing the Emperor down the hole, which didn't really matter because Disney wanted to go ahead and screw that whole storyline up too.
Yeah, which,
Thanks, Disney.
Yeah.
And the truth shall set you free.
Number 5, right?
Right.
I'm a little shocked by this.
It's because, well.
No, I'm more than a little shocked.
Truth be told is, I don't relate to this at all.
I'm disappointed. I mean, it's not like my kid is named after this character, or despite the fact that he's the most iconic comic book character in mutant
Okay, there you go. I was gonna say you're gonna have to put some caveats.
And mutant history. I mean, when people think of mutants in Marvel, they think about this guy before anybody else.
So basically, this is Jeffrey telling you everything about this because I don't know shit.
It's Logan.
Grow those back. Class dismissed.
I mean, come on, you've not seen Logan?
I haven't seen Logan.
Oh my God, this is like the best Wolverine movie ever.
Hey, the thing is...
I'm spilling whiskey, I can't even believe it.
Yeah, the thing is we gotta keep it real here. There's no way we could all see everything that's completely nerdy. To be fair, I've seen things that you haven't seen.
Saying you haven't seen anything I haven't seen. I've seen it all.
I've seen it all. Well,
this is Wolverine. We're not talking about Godzilla 1942 and then
I've seen it.
They didn't have Godzilla 1942.
That doesn't matter. 1954 Godzilla. Thank you very much.
But either way, I mean, come on, man. This is Wolverine.
Yeah, I know. So it's a hole in my nerdification.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to spoil out of this for Zane because he's being goofy and hasn't seen a movie he should have seen, which he will fix that this week.
Oh, will
for sure.
Will I?
For sure he will. So he has a kid.
He does.
And now you do know that because it's in the comic books too. So
this is where I'm like, really? Thanks for the spoiler.
X-23, man. I mean, come on. This story is everything a father will do to sacrifice himself to protect his child.
Dude.
It's perfect.
I mean...
Guys, comment below. Tell Zane what he's missing out. I don't care if you spoil it. He should have watched it by now. The spoiler thing is over.
Well, just so you know, I do know how it goes.
Well, of course you do. You live on planet Earth.
Yeah, I do.
No, hands down.
Or do I?
Oh, that's true. It is one of the best father figure roles in movie history. It may not have been something we've seen a lot before that, but I don't know. It's just a really beautiful piece. That is cinema. It's cinema, Zane.
Hey,
cinema.
Listen, what can I say? I
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
There you go. Number 4.
Number 4. I haven't seen this movie either.
You have to. You've seen all these movies. You can't see the line, Russ.
You can't see the line, can you, Russ?
We're talking about Clark Griswold.
Like this one.
Seen a bike around here, have you? Oh, yeah, sure. It's right here under the car. Let me get it for you.
Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Look, I'm wearing something similar. See? You can't see the line.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
No.
Where do you think you're going? Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun, old-fashioned family Christmas. No. We're all in this together. This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're gonna press on, and we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye.
Quintessential father.
Perfect family man, right? Yeah. Wants so much to give his family the family experience.
That's right.
Everything he does revolves around that.
Taking them on vacations.
Taking them on European vacations.
Making sure that they have a beautiful Christmas gathering.
Even when the family is gonna drive you completely insane.
That's right. But does he not do it with
He pulls it off.
Flair and
every
energy?
time. I mean, how many guys do you know get to go skinny dipping with Christy Brinkley?
Well, the thing is it was all vacation.
All the time?
All the time.
I mean, come on, man. Those are awesome movies. And he's definitely the type of father, you would want. He's a little goofy.
Oh, but the thing was he kept giving in to the family as a unit and really wanted
completely. Did you say unit? You are from outer space.
Lizard people are not real. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's a really good choice for me.
I think it's a great choice. All right. Number 3. Now, it's not very often that I go see a kid's movie.
Oh, sure.
And I cry within the first 15 minutes of a kid's movie.
Well,
and we're not talking about Up, but that's another one.
screw that movie.
But we're also talking about
Mufasa.
Say that again.
Mufasa.
Say it one more time.
Mufasa.
Oh yeah.
Mufasa.
Ooh. Do it again. Mufasa. 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 Ooh, it tingles me.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Huh? Please, Uncle.
Silence!
What? I think those hyenas were even scared.
'Cause nobody messes with your dad. Come here, you.
Oh, no!
I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are. You are my son and the one true king. Remember who you are.
That may not be everybody's cup of tea, but that is a cinematic legend. The whole movie of the Lion King itself.
It is Darth Vader.
And there we have it.
It's Darth Vader.
This is how it all loops back, 7 degrees to Kevin Bacon.
7 degrees to Darth Vader.
There you go. So, I mean, you're right.
But yeah.
It's the quintessential regal parent.
Yeah, and he's a cool parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just a basic dad trying to teach his kid the ins and outs and the ropes, and then your brother comes along, murders and blames it on the kid. The craziest thing, I didn't even think about this recently, but so Simba runs off after thinking he killed his father.
Yeah.
And he goes and runs into Timon and Pumbaa, the two crackheads out in the desert.
Yeah, of course.
And they're basically, hey, I just killed my dad, I'm running away. Oh, it's no big deal, don't worry about it.
Yeah, your life doesn't matter, all that. Don't worry about that.
I mean, you run into two people and just say, hey, I just murdered my dad and I'm running away from everybody. Oh, don't worry about it. No big deal. We do that all the time.
Let's go eat some grub.
Let's go get high on some grub.
Let's just go do that.
It just seems kind of like,
we were not worried.
No, not worried.
There's no worries.
Nope, Hakuna Matata.
They're probably right now going, Mufasa's number 3. Well, you're going to love our number 2 because our number 2 is Mary Poppins.
That's right.
Wait.
Best father ever.
Wait, Mary Poppins is a girl.
Well, it's number 2.
Oh, wait, it is the number 2 because of this.
Kid, these boys wanted to eat you. They ain't never tasted Terran before. I saved your life.
Oh, will you shut up about that? Gosh, 20 years you've been throwing that in my face.
What?
You look like Mary Poppins.
Is he cool?
Hell yeah, he's cool.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy.
Undo undone,
Okay. Now, damn it. I'm not supposed to be watching all this Marvel shit and getting all feely.
Crying in the movie theater.
I'm not crying.
I'm not crying.
You're crying.
Oh my God, he did love him. He sacrificed.
Oh my God. I misquoted or whatever, but the whole idea of him saying I might not be your father.
But I'm your daddy or something.
Oh my shit. And you're like,
oh my God, I feel it right here. I feel it right here.
That is beautiful writing.
That
was great.
That's James Gunn.
That's
Not
necessarily.
James Gunn.
He may not be a beautiful person.
James Gunn's a beautiful person. That's James Gunn.
But the writing was great. But then my point is that Yondu character full circle is fantastic.
It's crazy, right? Because the first time you meet Yondu, you're like, this guy's kind of an ass.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
And then you realize, no, he's not the asshole. The other guy's the asshole.
Yeah.
That guy's a real asshole.
That guy's a real asshole.
But yeah, Yondu is the perfect father. He taught Peter how to survive in space and be a space pirate and all those things. And then it turns out he's been protecting him the whole time. The whole time.
I'm with you on that.
Absolutely. So now, you're all probably wondering right now, what the hell would they pick for their number 1 daddy?
I mean, it might surprise some people.
It will surprise a lot of people, but the daddy we picked for number 1 is a new dad.
That's right.
It's a fresh off the block dad.
And his name is?
Din Djarin.
Din Djarin.
You might know him better as
The Mandalorian.
Dun-dun.
Wait. Don't hurt the child. play with your food. Put the red wire where the blue wire goes in the board, okay? But don't let them touch. Now put the red one, no, and put the blue one where the red one was. Make sure you hold them apart from, no, hold them apart.
I mean, no, I think Din Djarin fits that whole idea of a father willing to sacrifice everything.
Oh, for sure.
Protect his child.
Yeah. And the best part of it is you see that patience.
Oh, yeah.
That you have to have with kids.
I mean, the kid keeps taking the little ball off the shifter in the ship.
Yeah.
And he still ends up giving it to him.
Yeah.
And then he makes the ultimate sacrifice. He knows that this kid is going to be better off with somebody who can train him. And he lets him go. I mean, that's got to be the hardest thing of all, right?
Yeah, because if you got your kids leaving the nest, that's not necessarily an easy thing.
This is a good representation of what it feels like to be a father, maybe who's been divorced and has to send their kid back home.
No.
And I think it really feeds into that idea. Like, so all those guys that feel bad having to send their kid back home and don't see him for weeks again.
Right.
This is it. Din Djarin is the divorced dad.
Yeah.
He's divorced from the guild.
Yeah, from the guild. From
everything that he lived by. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. The whole Mando lifestyle that he's lived this whole time.
The sacrifice he made as a part of his personal creeds and stuff to save the little kid.
That's right. He gave it all up for a kid.
And that again, that's beautiful.
The dad sacrifice. I mean, come on, guys, that's a big one. I mean, it was hard to pick Yondu or him. It's like we really struggled on that.
So you tell us, did we miss any other big father figure sacrifices?
Yeah, exactly. Or, I mean, right now, do you feel like you need to call your daddy?
And say, I love you
so much, Dad. You're so awesome.
And if you're that guy, leave a comment below and let us know because we got some phone calls from there.
Yeah, in the meantime, you guys continue to be geeky this week. We'll see you next week for another Whiskey Pop.
Love on your dad.
Cheers.